In the dead of night, the fortress walls, once a symbol of impenetrable strength, were now under siege. But this wasn't an attack of fire and sword. It was something far more insidious. A torrent of water, relentless and powerful, was trying to drown the compound from the inside out. The enemy had diverted a nearby river, turning nature itself into a weapon. Alarms blared, waking everyone from their restless sleep. Panic spread like wildfire as people scrambled for higher ground, their faces etched with fear. The water level was rising with terrifying speed, threatening to submerge everything and everyone within minutes. Amidst the chaos, one figure remained surprisingly calm. Ilara, the compound's chief engineer, wasn't running. She was thinking. Her mind raced, processing the angles, the pressure, the weak points. She knew the compound's design better than anyone. She had helped build these walls, pour the foundations, and install the very systems that were now failing. While others saw a hopeless flood, she saw a complex hydraulic problem, and every problem has a solution. She grabbed her toolkit, a worn leather bag filled with specialized instruments, and headed straight into the heart of the danger, against the tide of fleeing residents. Her destination was the main aqueduct control room, located in the lowest level of the compound. It was already partially submerged. The water was icy cold, swirling around her legs as she waded deeper. The control panel was sparking, short-circuiting from the water. The primary floodgates were jammed. This wasn't just a simple breach. The saboteurs had been thorough, disabling the fail-safes, but they hadn't accounted for Ilara's ingenuity. She knew about a secondary manual override system, a relic from the compound's initial construction, a system only she remembered. Fighting the powerful current, she reached the manual crank. It was massive, made of rusted iron, and hadn't been turned in decades. It would take immense strength to operate, strength she wasn't sure she had. Her muscles screamed in protest with every turn. The water was rising faster now, reaching her chest. The pressure against the emergency gate was immense. It felt like trying to push back the entire river with her bare hands. For a moment, doubt crept in. Was this it? Was she going to fail? The faces of her friends and family flashed before her eyes. That image gave her a renewed surge of adrenaline. With a final desperate roar, she put every ounce of her being into one last push. The gears shrieked, groaned, and then, with a deafening clang, they engaged. Slowly, agonizingly, the massive stone slab of the emergency gate began to move, sliding into place to block the main flow of water. The torrent slowed to a trickle, and then stopped. The water level inside the compound began to recede. She had done it. Alone, in the dark, she had plugged the breach. Exhausted, she collapsed against the wall, the subsiding water lapping at her feet. Above, she could hear the panicked shouts turning into cheers of relief. They didn't know who had saved them. Not yet, but Ilara wasn't looking for recognition. As the water drained away, revealing the damage, she knew her work was just beginning. The compound was saved, but it was vulnerable. She had to rebuild, reinforce, and prepare. She had faced the flood and won, but the true battle, the one to ensure this could never happen again, was just getting started, and she would be ready. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.